Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Nana Obasi. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. So I've been getting a lot of questions on Instagram from a lot of people reacting to my business analysis video and asking a lot of questions. And over the next two videos, that is this one and the next one, I want to answer the two most popular questions that I have gotten from people that have sent me messages. If I haven't responded to you, I'm really sorry. I've been getting a lot of messages and it's just a lot that's been going on, and I've not really had time to actually respond to everyone, but I promise I'll actually respond to you. Today, I wanted to talk about the difference between business analytics and business analysis. And the reason I want to talk about this is because I've gotten questions from people wanting to come from Nigeria to come and do their masters abroad, and they want to know the difference between these two and which of them is better. I honestly cannot say which is better, but I'll try and differentiate the both of them to the best of my ability. So in my video about how I became a business analyst, if you've not seen it, please click on the link above to watch. I talked about the fact that what I really wanted to do was business analysis, but because I wasn't aware and I didn't really know the difference, I didn't really know that there was something even called business analysis, but based on what I wanted to do as a person, at that time I called it consulting. I said I wanted to be a consultant. I really didn't know what consultants did at that time, nothing like that. I just felt like business analytics had some sort of relationship with being a consultant, and that was the main reason I actually got into it. So I ended up studying business analytics, right? And business analytics majorly covers data and reporting. And what we basically did was we learned a lot of tools. We learned Python, R, SPSS. A lot of them I cannot even remember, but we learned a lot of tools there. So being going to read business analytics, maybe you would want to be looking at being a data analyst, because you will more or less be manipulating data. You'll be doing a lot of visualizations. In the real world, I don't really think that they really use those things now. Maybe they use Python, I really don't know, but being a data analyst is more similar to business analytics if that is what you really want to do. I have a friend of mine that also did the business analytics, and he went into being a data analyst. So you're mostly it's huge on data. It is very huge on data. You'll be analyzing data, like a lot of huge data, depending on how huge a company would be. You'll be deriving reports from those data. You'll be interpreting the data. You'll be creating visualization with the data. You'll be presenting those data. You'll be breaking those data that you analyze into understandable contexts for the company or whoever is interested. So that is just your job. You'll be working directly with huge sets of data, and they would probably require you to use things like SQL and Power BI. Those are like the two common ones that I have seen that they request for. Even Tableau, I know sometimes they request for Tableau, C plus, but mostly like SQL and Power BI. Those are like the two common ones. So that is it about business analytics. When I started working under my boss that was a business analyst, I then understood that business analysis had a huge focus on processes and functions. So you are the bridge between the business and IT. You are the one that is supposed to understand the business aspect of things and explain these things to the IT people, right? So it's like you're in the middle and you have to have a bit of both business knowledge and IT knowledge. Meet you in the middle, right? So whenever the IT people have a lot of questions, they come to you. Then you probably go back to the business, try and understand it, or if you already have an understanding, you would answer their questions and make things a bit better for them, better for the people in the forefront, if that makes sense. So you'll be the ones in charge of engaging with stakeholders through different means, like maybe workshops, maybe interviews and questionnaires or stuff like that, trying to understand the problems in the company, trying to sort out ways to actually solve these problems, then gathering like the requirements, what is required for those problems to be solved. and then writing this in the form of like a story that would make sense to the technical people for them to now get involved in the implementation of whatever the requirement is. So, do you get the difference? You're not really, as a business analyst, you're not really working directly with huge sets of data. You're not really analyzing data, you're analyzing the business. So, if you're going to read business analytics, which is gearing towards data analytics, then your work will be very heavy on data analysis. Business analysis, data analysis, very huge difference. But that's not to say that as a business analyst, you won't come across some projects that would need you to analyze data. That's not to say that, because now they're actually bringing tech into business analysis. So you really need to be tech savvy to an extent now to become a business analyst. But that's just the difference, depending on what you want to do. If you want to go too in depth into data analysis and whatnot, then you might want to choose business analytics to study. But if your goal is not to get too technical, but understand things from a business perspective, then business analysis is your guy. A typical example is what I do as a business analyst. So I work in a very, very technical space. The clients might come and say, oh, we want this and this and this to be improved. When they come to us and let us know, we would ask various questions. Okay, how do you want it to be? Is this how you want it to be? This, that. Any questions we can actually think of, would ask the questions, gather the requirements. Once we're done gathering the requirements, then we write stories. Then when we write those stories, then we take those stories to the developers or the software guys or the IT people for refinement. Then we would all refine this story. Then they will tell us if they will tell us if doing this is actually possible or not. And if it's not possible, they will all, like, everyone is like joining heads together to understand what is expected of the tech guys to do. Once this has been done, then they will estimate their efforts, like how much effort they need to actually implement that particular piece of work. And that's it. If they have further questions, they come to the business analyst. If the business analyst do not understand, they go back to the client. So it's like you're the middleman between the business and the IT guys. If you're studying business analytics, you are analyzing data. If you're studying business analysis, you're analyzing the business. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. Don't mind me. But yeah, I hope that my explanation has been very basic enough. That is my own understanding of what it is. And if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. If not, please send me a DM on Instagram. I'll try to respond as soon as I can. Or you can send me an email using my bio here on YouTube. And yeah, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please like, share, and comment. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.